I know this is the definition of a first world problem, but God was this annoying. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Now let's talk about something that you should take very, very seriously, and I know this video isn't going to suggest that I take things seriously. In fact, it might even suggest that I have a problem, although I assure you I do not. But let's talk about credit cards. Now, I don't know if you notice about me, although you might find out more because I'm kind of getting more into the whole thing. I've kind of become a little bit of a credit card warrior over the last year and a half. Essentially, I used to really hate credit cards because I got into some credit card debt. It took years to get out of it. My wife similarly had some credit card issues before. And I actually kind of for a long time had a stance that, hey, you know what? I'm just not going to have credit cards anymore. I'll have one for emergencies and I'll stay away from it. However, I started taking money management classes. I started, budgeting more. I made the spreadsheet. I did everything. And after I did all that and got things back around, I realized that credit cards didn't necessarily have to be a necessary evil. You could get credit cards and get rewards, and credit cards were only bad if you did not pay them off, which we have been paying off our credit cards now for more than a year, and we have not gone back into debt. And credit cards have actually been really great when they have rewards because they have allowed us extra cash back or points for free PlayStation games. There was a PlayStation credit card out there, believe it or not, which I have. It's interesting. And so I've actually become a little bit of a credit card warrior. And because I'm a credit card warrior, a new credit card was launched not too long ago that definitely perked my interest, and more particularly, it perked my wife's interest. But not only has the card been very difficult to get, I'm not sure why it's been difficult to get considering who's issuing it. Before we talk about that though, if you have extra money on your side and you want to invest and grow your future, consider signing up for a stock trading app like Webull. Webull is a safe and secure way to buy stocks. They're not sponsoring this video. It's just saving and investing in your future is always a good thing. And for the limited time, at least as the recording and publishing this video, if you use my referral link below, you will get 4 stocks. So what credit card am I talking about? Well, I am talking about a Six Flags credit card. Now, I know some of you are probably watching this and laughing like, a Six Flags Visa? Who needs a Six Flags Visa? Well, probably the same people who need a Disney card, a Starbucks card, or a Garfield credit card. And yes, that actually existed. My dad had one. Subscribe to the Autograph Hound channel and see what they looked like. Hashtag self-promotion. But yeah, there's a Six Flags Visa out there, and immediately that turned my wife's head because me and her go to Six Flags all the time. In fact, dare I say, if you want to find the easiest way to meet me in person, you want to A, frequent the movie theaters in LA and Orange County, particularly AMC The Block, or you want to go to Six Flags Magic Mountain on Saturdays, where we are there every other week, it seems. So we go to Six Flags quite a bit. So therefore, a rewards card with Six Flags kind of makes sense. So some of the perks of having this Six Flags Visa is that you can redeem your reward points for park admission, dining, and passes, and more. You earn 3 times the points on eligible Six Flags purchases, 2 times the points on eligible gas, grocery, and lodging purchases, and 1 point on all other purchases. You can get up to 10% more cashback rewards from some of the nation's top retailers. No offers to activate or points to redeem. You'll automatically earn cashback rewards on your eligible purchases. The annual fee is nothing if you have excellent credit. It's $39 if you have average credit, and the interest is a admittingly stingy 23.99%. However, keep in mind, we pay off our cards on time, so the credit interest is actually the APR is not a factor for us because we pay off our cards and we don't get charged interest. I haven't paid interest in 3 years. Now, the interesting thing about the Six Flags Visa card is who's issuing it. It isn't being issued by Visa themselves. It's not being issued by Capital One. It is being issued by Credit One Bank, a Las Vegas, Nevada-based bank. And yeah, the logo looks very similar to Capital One, and in some ways they are very similar companies. In both cases, they provide credit to people with weak or bad credit, typically people who have filed for bankruptcy. This is one of the only cards they can get is from Credit One. As a result, the fees and the interest and the way they charge the interest is not stacked in your favor, and Credit One actually makes many YouTubers or credit warrior YouTubers, whatever the term they're called, lists of worst credit cards to own. Now, of course, you might ask, well, why would you want one then? Well, here's the thing. Credit One would like to start to change that image a little bit. In fact, they are even offering American Express cards that, while not great, you certainly would want to aim for the American Express Gold card more than the Credit One American Express. If you're rebuilding your credit, you can now get an American Express card that gives you a cashback reward, and you won't be dinged on the interest until about 25 days after the purchase, which is standard, unlike most Credit One cards where you pay interest like a week after you make the charge. But again, we pay our cards on time. In fact, we usually pay our cards off a day or two after the charge has been made to be extra sure. So the Six Flags Visa would make perfect sense for us since we buy a lot of stuff at Six Flags and we would just be collecting the points. But we were thinking, well, since it is a Credit One card and not a Capital One or a Sycamore Bank, I think that's what they're called, or a Chase issued credit card, maybe we put Katie as the primary cardholder of the Six Flags Visa card because she is still building up her credit, and unlike her Credit One Platinum card, which basically doesn't get used at all because it doesn't really do anything, she would use the Six Flags Visa. For that matter, my credit is to a point where I do not need the Credit One Platinum card anymore. I could easily close that account and stop paying the annual fee. But you know what? If that could be turned into a Six Flags Visa under those terms, I would stay a customer of Credit One Bank. Unfortunately, they really are not making it easy to actually get this card because the first thing you got to do is they want to see if they pre-qualify for a Six Flags Visa, which you would think that one of us would do. Well, my wife did not get pre-qualified for this card, even though she falls under the range of, pretty good credit. It's over 680, her FICO score, so she should qualify for this card. Because she already has a Capital One card, apparently they're not interested in offering her another one. All right, fine. I guess we got to go through me. So I go into the Credit One account and I do the pre-qualification form. And they say I do have offers for cards that I pre-qualify for. Unfortunately, none of them are for the Six Flags Visa. There is another not Capital One. You see how you get them confused? There's another Credit One Platinum card, and there is the Credit One with the American Express, which I really do want American Express, but since this does not give me a foot into the door of being an American Express customer, I'm just going to wait and apply for a regular American Express somewhere down the line. Thank you very much. But there seems to be no way to apply directly for this Six Flags Visa, and that's really all we want to do. We just want to apply for this very specific card and see if we get it. My wife would have a pretty good chance of getting it, in my opinion. I would certainly get it. However, I want an American Express next year, so I don't want to sign up for other credit cards until at least 2 of them fall off the 2-year mark at the end of the year. So if I had to, I'd do it for her. But the bottom line is neither of us can sign up for it because for some reason The Six Flags card seems to be this really elusive card that Credit One is treating like their version of the black card, like it's invite only and you have to pre-qualify for it. Why do I have to pre-qualify for it? It's a Credit One Visa that gives rewards to Six Flags. Why is this so hard to get? And of course, then you have the other thing. Okay, you can't go to the website, you can't go to the app to sign up for this stupid thing. Let's call Credit One's customer service line, where when you call it and after you put in your number, you just get automated message after automated message after automated message, and you can't actually have an option to talk to someone. By the way, this is when I figured out that when you go to this menu, select the option to report a lost or stolen card, you will talk to a real person, and they don't even know why you're talking to them. They'll just ask like, okay, well, what do you ask here for? And then you can bring this up. However, interestingly, when I brought up the Six Flags Visa card, not only did the person on the other end not seem to know what it was, did not seem to give me any options on how I could get it. She seemed to just not understand what I was asking in the first place. She was like, hey, I want a Six Flags Visa card. My wife wants one as well. How can we sign up for it? And if we can't sign up for it, can we turn our current card, and can the current card be graduated into a Six Flags Visa? Because again, my Credit One card, I've had it for a couple of years now. It was a terrible card then. It's a terrible card now. The only thing I do is I pay the annual fee on it, and I would be just as happy to cancel it because I have good credit again and I do not need this one anymore. But again, if it did something for me, like give me points to Six Flags, I will keep it. But anyway, she didn't know what I was talking about, so, next thing, I need to speak to a supervisor. Like, take me to a supervisor so I can talk about closing my account. Supervisor said, hello, how are you doing? I said, fine, and then they hung up. So at this point, I'm just taking a break. Like, I'm not going to attempt to cancel that card anymore, although now I know which numbers I have to press to actually do that. And we don't have a Six Flags Visa card. I have no idea how to get one. And again, it's Credit One. This is not a prestigious credit lender. This is the bank that people tell you to avoid typically. But again, they want to change that image around a little bit, which is why they are now issuing American Express branded cards. This is why some of their cards are now giving some cashback rewards and are giving you more than a week to pay off your balances before they start charging interest. The Six Flags credit card seems like a great way for them to legitimize themselves even more, and yet I don't even know how to sign up for it. I guess the next time I go to Six Flags, maybe they'll have an application there. I don't know. I don't know why already having an account with Credit One makes it harder for us to get this card. You'd think it would make it easier because we have a relationship with them and they can see that we have not overexerted our credit and we have paid our bills on time and we've kept the card despite not using it and continuing to pay those annual fees even though we don't need to. You would think under those circumstances we would be able to get a Six Flags Visa, but apparently not. And now I guess I have to pass a question to all of you out there. What do you think about this? First of all, have you heard about a Six Flags Visa card? Is this something you would get? But what do you think? Am I crazy for wanting it? Like, it's, again, it would just be fun to have. My wife could build her credit a little bit more, and we would get points on things that we were going to be buying anyway, so it's not like we're signing up for a bunch of credit cards just to charge money that we don't have. A, we have the money, and B, we don't do that anymore anyway, and because it's been so great, I will never go back to doing things that way. Also, did you try to get this card, and did you have any success? Because, boy, this seems to be so much harder than it needed to be. I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.